Hey there, hi there, hello. It is April. Oh my goodness, April 1st. So it is April Fool's Day today. We are not fools because we have a budget and we need to go over our budget. We need to reconcile the budget. We need to figure out what we did last month and plan for what we're going to do this month. Let's get into this. No coffee update today. I actually did my coffee budget and oh my goodness, I spent $103 on coffee last month. So I'm just gonna quit coffee altogether, I guess. April Fools. Okay, coffee update. I am going to be more responsible with my coffee. I am drinking an extra caffeine right now, and that's my way of budgeting because there's more caffeine packed into one little pod for less money. It's a good way to end my day. I have a lot to do tonight, and I will be up many hours after the kids, ready to wake up tomorrow to a day off. That's enough of that. Let's get a sip of this coffee. It is a really good medium roast, simple coffee with some extra caffeine. Love this coffee. Let me get a sip of that. So good. I was not fooling about spending $103 on coffee last month, and I do need to change that up. What I've noticed is I just drink too much coffee. I'd like to do double coffees, and I like to do coffees in the middle of the day. Now, that was winter time of year, and we are into springtime now, and I do drink iced tea, so what I'm going to try really hard to do is one single coffee in the morning, iced tea throughout the day, and one coffee in the evening. That would knock me down like half of what I drank last month. I'm sure I can do it, especially with your guys' help, because you guys are always so supportive and I want to save money. So I'm going to give myself like a $60 coffee budget for April, and I'm already overstocked on coffee anyway, so it's not like I'm going to spend $60 purchasing coffee because I probably have 100 pods in my house at any given time, but I am going to cut back and I'm going to acknowledge it. I don't know if I'm going to write it on my calendar because my calendar did end up too cluttered this time. Another reason I got this little book, well, I got this book for Christmas, but I just hadn't used it. And so I finally stuck it in my bag and used it today. All I'm gonna do is, this actually does have a perfect calendar in here, but I still like the sheet because I like to be able to file it away, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this afterwards. Just wrote down in the book what I spent. I'm gonna give this a try, see how this goes, and then I may end up eventually moving into these calendars. I may end up loving these books, but I am slow to change, you guys. If you have seen me here over the last year, you've noticed I trickle to change. Every 2 or 3 months when things aren't working, I finally reluctantly change my game. So this book might be an addition that I like. It might be something that I don't like. My bag isn't that huge and this book kind of takes up space, so I don't know. But for now, I'm gonna give it a try. Move it out of the way. See what we got here today. Oh, I did just write that down, and that is what prompted me to start making a video. I opened up my bag, I got out my book, I wrote this down, and then I was like, I should be filming this. What I do is I start by writing this here. I normally write it in pen. I don't even know why I wrote it in pencil. Okay, I am scatterbrained already, but I color these in as soon as I have paid for them, and I have already paid out on these. These, as soon as they get added to the calendar, they should be colored. I'm gonna go over it with pen though, because I don't know what's gonna happen to the pencil if I add the highlighter. So let's go over that. I did add my legend here already, so food is green. And then pets is yellow. Then When the day is over, I color the rest of the day on the calendar, and anything I would purchase, I would add in here. And because this is my flexible purchase calendar, bills that I pay are taken care of differently. I actually do leave those in the bank account, but this is where I track all of my flexible spending so I know what I spent. And I am done with last month's calendar. Well, basically done. I actually have, if you see it, these parts aren't colored, so that means they're still due. That means I've charged it to my credit card but not paid it back in cash yet. So I did do my taxes and I owe for gas. Both of those are in this binder. The cash is in the binder, so I need to pay that back. So I need to take the money from the taxes category and the gas category so that I can put them into the debt category. So let's see here, that would be in this binder. So we have gas money and then the debt. And so that's because I already spent it on the credit card. Let's see, that would be $98? $98 in gas and $198 in taxes. All right, so let's see here. Put this pencil away. I'm gonna get out $98 in gas. All right, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that was convenient. 40, 1, 2, 50, 60, $65 left. Okay, that's good because I'm probably going to need gas one more time this week before I get paid. So, and gas is going up, unfortunately. All right, so I have $469 in here. Plus 98 equals 567. But I am also going to pay the taxes back to this because I charged the taxes to the credit card. Then I will be able to pay the credit card back. We'll make sure that all of the charges are paid for. If they are not, I do have a buffer back here just in case I overspent anything. It looks like I have $35 in the buffer. Let's get to that taxes. We have $189, and that is exactly what we spent on the taxes. So now we will have 0 in here. And I should count that to make sure it's $189 because I did put it in different little chunks, as you can see. So let's double check that. Okay. Let's get out the sorter here. Now let's see if this was $189. 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 160, 170, 175, 180, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189. Perfect. So we had the 567 in here plus 189 equals 756. Now I am going to double check my credit card bill and pay it off so we can start back at 0 for April. All right, and that looks like that. So I can color all of these now and go to my legend. My gas is blue, so I can color the gas. Right, and then taxes would be a miscellaneous charge, which is purple, but I don't have purple, so I go pink. And then I just put blue on top of it. There we go. Taxes are paid for, gas is paid for. I am basically done with this calendar because I already did so much work from this calendar. What I do after I am done with the entire month is I break down each and every one of these charges into their own category. And then I can break down and find out what I actually spent on Flexible this last month. Let me get the budget. This was my projected. So I projected that I would spend $15.75 on Flexible. I spent $16.30, but I did kind of go over on miscellaneous. And this month included Easter, so I think we're good. One thing I did leave off was my taxes, so it would have been even more, but I didn't think that was fair to add to the monthly budget because I had planned for it, I had money for it. Then I did break down my coffees down here. That's how I worked out how much I spent on those coffees. Good to know, glad that I worked that out, and I'm glad that I worked it out in a month where I feel like I can just switch over to my iced tea so easily and I'm not gonna suffer. I don't want to feel like I'm taking things away because I do work a lot and one of my simple pleasures is coffees. I'm not going to take my coffee away and I'm not even really going to limit what kind of coffee. I will go premium or whatever I want to have, but I am going to go coffee in the morning, coffee in the evenings. That should help with those numbers, and I guess I'm going to need to track again just so that I can prove to myself that I'm cutting my coffee in half. We'll need to get that on there. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys, I did get my taxes done, so I know how much I'm getting as a tax refund. I'm getting $3,176. I pulled up my car debt and I looked at different ways to look at this. So this is my actual car debt right here. If I just stuck with what I have, and I do have a 2.95 interest rate, so that is an amazing loan rate if I want to stick with this loan. I owe until July of 2025. That will be my last payment, and I owe $345 a month. If I were to put all of my taxes, currently I'm at 16 months until I'm debt free, and this is my only consumer debt, my only debt at all, my only loan debt is my car. So it would be amazing to pay it off and be debt free for real. If I put the $3,176 towards the car, I would pay it off October of this year. My last payment would be October of this year. My this month payment would be $2,344 left on the whole car. And I feel like that would jumpstart me to be better at paying it off, because $345 a month is not that much, and I'm probably could like double a payment here or there through then. Maybe I could get this car paid off by August. I'm like baffled by even working these numbers out, and I don't know if I should do it because of the interest rate I have. Now, I've watched a lot of videos. I've looked into a lot of things. I've not gone to like a financial advisor, and I'm not planning to because I don't have the money to do something like that, but what I have deducted from everyone's advice out there, non-advice out there, I should just keep this interest rate. I should keep this loan because I cannot get a loan at this rate, and I could do something like invest the money and earn double that easily. But I'm not good at that, and I don't want to start. I'm not going to be investing the money. And even if I have no car payment, I was like, $345 would be so awesome. We'd buy more groceries. You guys, I need to slow my roll on the groceries, and I do need to figure that out. I wish that there was some way that we could eat healthy, good protein for cheap. And it's just, we even tried having our own chickens, and it seems to cost more money to have your own chickens and butcher them than to buy chicken, especially if you're buying rotisserie chickens from Costco. That seems to be the absolute cheapest price point per pound of chicken that I can find out there is a Costco rotisserie chicken. And I can't grow my own chicken for that price. I do know where it comes from if I grow it, or if I raise it, but I cannot do it at that price point. Talking prices is driving me crazy right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I will be waiting for my tax return to come in anyway, so have some time to think about that. But these numbers were so interesting, and being able to see that I could be debt-free, fully debt-free this year. My birthday's in October. As a birthday present to me, I could be debt-free. And it sounds amazing. It sounds like the thing I should do. I would love advice out there. I know that no one is an advisor and I'm not asking for free advice, but I would love your opinion on what you would do if you had this. Would you keep this loan or would you pay a big chunk off and just feel better about it? Oh, okay. So that's interesting to me. I don't even know what I'm doing with that. More numbers. I've gone number crazy. It's a new quarter. It's a new month. And it's something that I need to work out because I have money coming in and I need to figure it out. I got into my month ahead bills. My month ahead bills are doing even better than I realized. I had looked at them mid-month last month and they were floating really well mid-month, and it was at 1,800 and something. I decided to run my numbers. My bank account is sitting at $2,076 at the moment. I was like, what the heck? The rent didn't come out yet, so that's the highest amount that it gets, but it's amazingly running smooth. I worked out all the bills that will be coming out, and the lowest it's ever going to be is $1,625. I don't know how I've gotten to this point, but I'm closing in on 2 months ahead, and I'm getting my tax return. I'm 2 months ahead. I might be able to pay off my car. You guys, cash budgeting, $0 budgeting is working for me and I am loving it. I'm like starting to have money to do things with because I've always been like how to stretch your dollar, what to do when you don't have enough money, how to make things work. And I'm starting to make things work. I don't, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't want to lifestyle inflate, so I do want to be smart about it. Anyway, these are just hopeful, wishful thinking because it didn't work that much this week because of Easter, so I'm going to have a low paycheck, and that's going to throw me into a funk mood, but I'm doing really good, and I know I am, even when I get a paycheck that's, oh, I'm hoping it's like $600, but it might not even be $600, and we go back to my budget. I'm gonna want it to be, what, 700 and something. I'm gonna want it to be $793. I'm gonna be very underfunded this week, but I'm gonna be okay, and I'm gonna make it work, and I'm getting excited about these numbers. At some point, that tax return is gonna come in. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with it. And then I did rework my budget sheet, and I really like it. I think this is what I'm gonna work with now. This is what I got going last week, and then I kind of just dolled it up a little bit, fixed it up, and I'm excited to use it. When I get into my pre-paycheck prep a little bit later this week, maybe Wednesday night, that's when I like to do it. And then I kind of roll it into the getting paid on Thursday mornings. So that's the plan. This will be the sheet. This is the reconciliation, and it looks like I mean, I could redo my budget. Let me pull these back out here. Too many papers. I did overspend. I'm gonna be underpaid. I could redo my budget, but I like it. I think it's good. It's working for me. It is flexible anyway. I kind of work it every week. I redo it. I'm happy with this being my baseline, even though I know I am well underfunded for $793 this week. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm probably just going to wait till I get paid because I know I'm so underfunded, but I will be back later on this week, and I hope you are too. Bye-bye now.